So today we have Samsung Galaxy A03s. This is Samsung's budget phone that launched back in 2021 and I've been using it for quite a while now. Since it's now 2025, I thought it would be interesting to see how this entry-level phone holds up in few years later. In this review, we will go over the unboxing, design, and build, the display, performance, gaming, cameras, battery life, and software, as well as, of course, my final conclusion on whether the A03s is still worth in today's market. So let's get started. Starting off with unboxing. When you first buy the Galaxy A03, inside the box you will find a phone itself, 15-watt charger, USB-C cable, SIM ejector tool, and the usual paperwork. Unlike some newer phones that don't include charger anymore, Samsung still gives you everything you need with this one. For the design, the A03 has a simple matte plastic back that usually does a good job hiding fingerprints compared to the glossy design. The phone is on the bigger side with a 6.5-inch screen, but it's a lightweight and comfortable to hold on the back. You will see a triple camera setup on the side. There's a fingerprint scanner built into the power button, which I found more reliable than under display scanners. It's definitely budget look and feel, but honestly for the price it holds fine to 2025. Now let's talk about performance and gaming. The A03 is powered by MediaTek Helio P35 processor with either 3 or 4 gigabytes of RAM. It comes with 32 to 64 gigabytes of storage. This is a definitely entry level hardware, and even when it's new, it wasn't very powerful. For the basic use, things like phone calls, messages, browsing the web, YouTube, and live social media work, the phone works fine, but you will notice lag, stutter, especially if you have a lot of apps open. It's not designed for heavy multitasking. Now for gaming, I tested a few classic games: Subway Surfers, Temple Run, and Hill Climb Racing. These run smoothly, and honestly, the phone can handle simple casual games like without much of an issue. But when you move up to demanding games like PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty, or any big games, it takes a hit. The load times are long, frame rate drops, and overall the experience isn't very enjoyable. So in short, this is not a gaming phone. It's fine for casual titles and older games, but if you want something for heavy tasking or gaming, you now let's go over the camera part. On the back, the Galaxy A03s phone, or people call A03s phone, has a triple camera setup. So it comes with 13 megapixel main lens and a 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. On the front you get a 5 megapixel selfie camera. The main 13 megapixel camera takes only photos in good lighting. Colors are decent, but details isn't great, and if you zoom in you will see the noise. And the macro lens is honestly not very useful at only 2 megapixels. The quality isn't there. The depth sensor helps with portrait shots, but again it's limited. You can't really take professional photos, or if you want to become a vlogger or YouTuber, you better go with something as like Samsung phone, like more hard, like $400 or $500 worth of phone, right? In low lighting, the camera really struggles. Photos look dark and grainy, and without the 9 mode support, it's tough to get anything good. The front 5 megapixel selfie camera works casual shots or video calls, but don't expect high quality. Overall, the camera is basic. It will do for social media if you're not picky, or if it's your first phone, it's not bad at all. But it's one of the weakest part of of this phone. Now let's talk about battery life. The battery life, on the other hand, is where a A03s phone shines. It has 5000 mAh battery, which is really a big for a budget phone back when it launched. You could easily get 1 or 2 days use out of it, even in 2025. If your battery health is still good, your phone will last you all day with no problem. Charging is limited to 15 watts, which isn't super fast by today's standards, but at least it charges over the USB-C instead of micro USB. So while it takes over 2 hours for a full charge, the endurance makes it up. When the Samsung Galaxy A03 When it was launched, the Galaxy A03 shipped with Android 11, and Samsung did provide some updates, but as of 2025, it's no longer getting new major updates or and in well with the Android version. This means security updates are limited, and the phone is stuck on the older version that was last updated on. That's something to keep in mind. It still runs, but you won't have a newest feature on the latest security patches. For casual use, fine, but if you care about updates, this is the downside. So, is the Galaxy A03 worth it to buy in 2025? Here's my take. In my opinion, if you just need a super cheap phone for phone calls, texting, WhatsApp, light browsing, maybe some casual games, it can still do it. The battery life is excellent. The design is simple and reliable for basic needs, and it's a solid phone. And I was using it for a while now. I used it for 1 or 2 days straight. I felt like the phone was more durable than normal iPhones, but I think for the price, it's a great phone. But if you want a good performance, sharp cameras, or phone that will get updates last you several more years, A03s really isn't the best choice anymore. For the similar price, you can find a newer phone budget that are faster and have a much better display and cameras. So in 2025, the Galaxy A03 is still okay as a backup phone or someone who only needs for basic needs like phone calling, texting, doing regular web browsing and stuff like that, right? But as the main phone is starting to show its age, that's my long-term review of Samsung Galaxy A03s phone. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Thanks for watching the video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.